Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. Namaste. Let's take a yoga break. I'd like to start by acknowledging that today I am practicing on Pennacook land. Today's yoga break is a little bit of a gentle morning wake-up routine. It's just a couple of stretches that you can do if you have only a couple of minutes before you need to head out the door to go to work, or if you have a couple of minutes before starting your day. Just a nice way to sort of dust off the cobwebs from sleeping all night and get ready for your day. So we'll begin in a seated position, really again thinking about rooting down, grounding down, imagining that we have like a big heavy blanket or a heavy book on our lap, just really imagining that weight rooting us to our seat. Begin to notice our breath, taking a couple of deep breaths in and complete breaths out. We're going to plant our left hand on the ground, and like our pinky's going to come up tracing right behind our ear, we're going to reach towards the sky, really lengthening that side body all the way from the tip of our finger down to where we're rooted in the ground, lengthening up and then tipping towards the side to really get that length in the side body. Inhale and exhale to reach a little bit further, keeping our chest nice and open, we're not collapsing. And exhale to bring us back to the center. We're going to take it to the other side. Our right hand plants onto the ground, left pinky behind our left ear, reaching up towards the sky, lengthening nice and long, and tilting a little bit to the side, getting a little bit more of that length in the side body. Inhale and exhale to reach. Inhale and exhale to bring it back to center. We're going to move into our tabletop position for a little bit of cat-cow. This is a great way to sort of wake up the spine, get that blood flowing a little bit, get the creakies out. All right, so we're really planting down through both of our hands. They're about shoulder width apart. We're pressing through our fingertips and through our palms. We're taking that weight out of our wrists by doing so, and pressing through the tops of our feet and our shins. And we'll take a couple of breaths here just to establish sort of that strong base. So inhale here to really activate in your abs and your stomach, really becoming aware of that part of your body right now. And then after your next exhale, we're going to inhale to drop our tummies towards the ground, really pushing out of our hands and looking forward, lengthening in our neck and dropping our shoulders. And then exhale, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to round through our back, really bringing our belly buttons towards our spine. Again, we're pushing out through our hands and allowing our shoulders to sort of push out of it, not out of its socket, but kind of out of its socket. Just like pushing out of our shoulders, pushing out of our feet. Oh, hi. And moving back through that cow position. You can do these on your own, matching them with your breath. We inhale to reach our stomach towards the mat, and exhale to round through the spine, our cat position. All right, and since this is a nice gentle morning stretch, we're gonna bring our right knee up towards us and then use your hand to sort of help your foot to reach to the front of the mat. We're gonna ground down through that foot, really pressing through each of our toes, pressing through our heel, pressing through the pads of our feet, and then we're going to, pressing through all of that, come up, come forward. We're just going to rest our hands here on our thigh. We're not doing anything big and extravagant today. We're really thinking about bringing this hip crease back and in, really like plugging it into your hip socket and really having a nice strong base through this leg. Now I really feel this stretch here in this muscle group right here. So if you're feeling that even from this, that's normal. Inhale and exhale, thinking about keeping that strong base. If you're a little bit wobbly, also normal. And on your next exhale, we'll bring our hands back down to the mat. Slowly bring that foot back and through. And we'll do a couple more cat-cows here. And exhale. And then bringing our foot up and through. We're planting that foot, we're rooting down. And then we're bringing our hands to the top of our thigh and we're pushing out of that foot. We're not sinking in here, we're really pushing out and pushing through our back leg as well. Inhale and exhale. Anywhere that you're really feeling that stretch and like feeling that tightness, just imagine as you inhale and exhale that you're like sending your breath to those areas. It's just a little bit of a visual. It's sometimes that is the best language to communicate with our own bodies, is to visualize. All right, now we're going to come back down, gently bringing that foot back through and into a seated position. If you have a little bit of extra time, I like to do these moves a couple of times. So you can always come back through with that cat-cow and then back it up into those low lunges. And if you only have a couple of minutes, those are some great stretches to do in those couple of minutes before you have to hit the ground running. Thank you so much for joining me today for this very brief yoga break. Be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and remember to just take some time to slow down. These yoga breaks are all a very small, condensed sort of practice, but it shouldn't be mistaken for the idea that all you need is like a quick little stretch and then you're good to go. It's just a good reminder that we can be doing yoga even in our little moments, even in an airplane or in a strange place, that we don't need to have all the fancy equipment or the fancy rooms to be able to do it. But there should also be that awareness that taking more time for extended practices is also a really great way to develop that yoga practice. I have put together a Patreon, so if you are interested in doing some more extended practices with me, that is a great way to get access to some full-length practices, which I will be offering through the Patreon. So please go ahead and check that out. And even if it's not with me, there's so many resources of full-length classes and literature to read about the philosophy of yoga. So even if you don't want a full-length class from me, I really encourage you to find some of the resources that are out there and continue to grow in that practice.
So again, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Be kind to each other, be good to each other, be kind to yourself, and live lovingly. Thanks.